morning. We're here this morning to report on the evaluation of the judiciary serving Jefferson County, Kentucky. The 2010 evaluation evaluated the members of the Jefferson Family Court, the Jefferson Circuit Court, and senior status judges on the Jefferson Circuit Court. This evaluation is conducted annually by the Louisville Bar Association as part of its public information process, following ABA guidelines that speak to the benefit of informing the judiciary of their strengths and weaknesses through an evaluation process. And in just a few moments, I'll ask Jim Luger from Thoroughbred Research Group to go through the methodology of the evaluation. My name is Edmund Karam. I'm the chairman of this committee. With me today are Justice Martin Johnstone to my left, who's a member of the committee. On his left is Margaret Maggie Keene, who's a member of the committee. At the far end of the table is Dan Goyette, who is also on the Judicial Evaluation Committee, and present also is Scott Firkin, the Executive Director of the Louisville Bar Association, and Steve Valdez, the Communications Director for the bar. This evaluation, like most of them, does indicate that the judiciary in the family and circuit courts is a competent judiciary. This evaluation helps reassure the public with regard to that, and also gives the public information they can use in evaluating the judges on election day. At this point, I'm going to turn the mic over to Jim Lunger of Thoroughbred Research Group, who will speak to the methodology and results of the evaluation.
All right, thank you. I'd like to just walk people through the process of the survey. This survey process started in January of this year when letters and postcards were sent to all of the Kentucky Bar Association members who have a contact address in Jefferson County. There were about 4,200 of those individuals. That postcard explained the process for this year, and it asked those who were qualified and wished to participate in the study to return a postcard to our company, Thoroughbred Research Group, by January 25th. In February, the survey packets were mailed out to all members who requested one, so we mailed out a total of 710 packets. March 10th was the cutoff date for LBA members to return their evaluation form. By that cutoff date, a total of 402 completed forms were tabulated and included in the results that you'll be seeing here today. The survey packets that were sent to the LBA members included a booklet, which included a page to evaluate each of the 27 judges that were included in this year's evaluation. And participants were instructed specifically to evaluate only the judges with whom they have had substantial professional contact over the past 2 years. This year, as was mentioned, the judges included in the 2010 evaluation were the Jefferson Circuit Court judges, including Jefferson Circuit Court senior status judges, and Jefferson Family Court. The actual questionnaire and evaluation booklet asked respondents to give their impressions of judges on 19 different attributes using a scale that ranged from strongly agree to strongly disagree. For the Jefferson Family Court judges, only 18 attributes are included on their evaluation. In addition to rating judges on those various attributes, participants were also allowed to write in comments and offer advice on how judges could improve their performance, as well as offer suggestions to the LBA on how the court system in general can be improved and how specifically this particular evaluation process could be improved. The comments that were directed towards specific judges were forwarded to them. They were kept confidential and forwarded to them under separate cover. In the summary results that the press will be receiving, we calculate a composite score for each judge on these categories. There's general satisfaction with performance. That's actually just one of the 19 attributes. Judicial temperament, which is a composite of 5 attributes. Court management, a composite of 4 attributes. Judicial integrity is a composite of 6 attributes. Legal ability is 1 attribute. Civil cases, 1 attribute. And criminal cases, 1 attribute. Now, the composite score for a category is the average of the positive ratings for all attributes in that category. So even if a phrase or an attribute happens to be phrased negatively, where good performance would be disagreeing with the statement, it's revised to where we have the average of the positive ratings for that particular category. In the information that you see, we're going to be presenting bar charts that are going to show that percentage of positive ratings. The 2010, the most recent number, is shown in the dark blue graph at the top, and then following underneath that is the rating that judge received in the same category when they were most recently evaluated, which will be 2008 for this set of judges. Where a judge was not evaluated in the prior year, that will be noted in the information that you have. So it goes through that for the circuit court judges, for the senior status circuit court judges, and then the same format for the family court judges who were evaluated this year.
One of the questions that is sometimes asked is whether 402 lawyers responding to a survey like this is a statistically valid sampling, and it is for this reason. In order to evaluate a particular judge, an attorney signs a certification that they have had substantial professional contact with that judge over the past 2 years, meaning that they regularly practice in the court presided over by that judge. And when you consider the number of people in the Louisville Bar Association who actually are litigating or in the court system as opposed to practicing in some other aspect of law, we are advised by the folks who do these things that 402 is a statistically valid sample to get a statistically valid result.
We all know that are sitting up here on every election day in which there are judges on the ballot. I'm sure we all hand out a list of judges that we think are the most competent and qualified to a lot of our friends and family who have no clue about the judges. And this is the most comprehensive tool that that I think members of the public have to go through themselves and take a look at how lawyers have rated the judges. I don't think anyone's more qualified to rate the judges of this circuit and district than the lawyers who practice in front of those judges. And there are complaints during every judicial election that how am I supposed to know which judges to vote for? Well, anyone who has that question should pick up a copy of these evaluations, and I think that certainly would give them a good basis for making a wise decision on voting for judges regardless of which level of the court system we're talking about.
And in kind of closing, I will say this is a process that the Bar Association has been doing as a public service since 1979. 1979. And it has become an institutional part of the public educational process of the Louisville Bar Association for that reason. And we thank you for coming and appreciate your time.